is just fantastic. Captain's log, subdate 210319.7. After doing some digging, his particular brand of sorcery, Magog's that is, requires vast amounts of insults and spray can cheese. I'm too lazy to try this, so instead I'm going to cave his teeth in, then sew his mouth shut. Spells therefore nullified. Big win, 10 out of 10 would definitely try again. Hello everyone and welcome to This Week at Twitter, or Twat. Today I have 7 topics that I want to go through, 2 of which are videos and they are what we're going to start with. The following, the first one that is, was being shared about via this tweet. You can all thank TikTok for this video, I'm really sorry. I also have no idea why someone decided to do this. It's a level of OCD that goes beyond being clean, and I don't quite get it. That is a lot of cleaning products and a lot of money wasted on one poxy TikTok. I hope it was worth it. It looks like you've made a bleach cake. I do not recommend anyone eat a bleach cake. To the second video, again from another tweet. This one is quite funny though because it involves a Karen, and we love on this channel. What I really like is she only believed when he dropped the mask, thereby breaching the rules of the shop, because she really couldn't believe that he would wear a mask of a face. I have one that is the Joker's smile, and because I'm a grumpy person, as you can clearly tell from the look on my face right now, people really like it, because it really brightens my miserable face up. Also, she sounds American. Surely people have individual freedoms and liberties over there. You're not like the United Kingdom, where we basically decided, let's just give the government control over our lives, because we're geniuses. To the third topic, we're going to go through something a bit more serious. I did an exhibition of stupid people quite a while ago on a creator called Gabe the Samurai. Now since then, he has changed his channel name to Happy Blobfish Productions. He stole the art that he uses for his banner and his avatar from another artist. That artist was told, but nothing has happened since. I bring him up because I want you to be aware that this person still exists. I am merely raising awareness. Do not go to them and harass them. The reason for the update is because over the years, they've gone through so many Twitter accounts. For example, deleted accounts, suspended accounts, and obviously me being blocked because he's bitch made. The point entirely of this particular segment is merely to raise awareness because he is an absolute pest. If you would like to fully understand this, I'm going to link the respective exhibition of stupid people as a pinned comment down below. I only do this because I want you to be aware that he still exists. Still makes the same tired style content using stolen imagery. To our next subject we go to BitChute and Twitter itself. I tried to post a link to a BitChute exclusive onto Twitter. It wouldn't let me, whereas previously I could. It would then come up as a, air quote, suspicious link, along with the EOSP on Gabe. I'm also going to link my BitChute channel and the video I put on that BitChute channel exclusively. Because when I tried to on Monday, I got this. Somehow I tweeted out, Twitter is blocking all links to the BitChute domain, attempting to tweet returns the vague message something went wrong. Bit strange, but okay. So we did some digging. Twitter have updated their public policy via the @policy account. When you go through it, you realize they limit interpretability to cement market power and limit competitive challenges. But Twitter believe in a multi-layered and nuanced approach that takes market size and resources into consideration when drafting regulatory measures which would be useful. However, since they are gatekeeping and preventing open competition, they are, if anything, can anyone guess the word it starts with hip and ends with the crit? Yes, they are exactly that. And it is rather irritating to have to go through another website, Minds being the one I used, posting my BitChute video there with a description and linking the BitChute post instead. Although give it time, since Minds is a competitor, on a smaller scale but still a competitor, I have no doubt they will try and block that too. No doubt Gab, Parler and all the other sites people use that I can't be bothered to join up with will fall in line quickly. Oh, and just in case I ever get yeeted off Twitter or any other platform, I will then use Minds as a backup. Please consider subscribing. It's also pinned comment down below. So as to take a nice break from all the super cereal, we're going to go to Danielle Muscato. Hey at Wendy's, my overweight friend, nice start, and her adult daughter just went to your Toledo store. Richard at Counter, who'd never met them before, said, air quotes, the usual? My friend said, what are you talking about? Richard then said, 2 of everything. She doesn't even want her lunch now, she's crying. I just want to say for the sake of it, I can't tell if this is a joke or not, but I find it really funny. But also, as it's an anecdote, I would highly recommend if the incident actually took place, they go talk to supervisor or manager, so your friend can become Karen instead in that context. But it's an amusing story for me because you even fat-shamed your friend in the tweet. To our penultimate tweet, we're going to go to Cenk Uygur, one of the biggest lolcows to exist. Conservatives have this paranoia that we want to control their lives. It's projection. They want to make us obey them. In reality, we're just trying to help. But if you don't want our help, I don't care. After we all take the vaccine, good luck to all the idiots who don't want it. I guess the best question is, how are you trying to help? Also, there are many people who are quite suspicious of what's going on in America right now since many executive orders were passed, and Capitol Hill still has a giant fence around it. Your president doesn't do interviews. Your country is heavily divided on vaccines, many different types of vaccines for many different issues. It will always be that way. It is remarkably elitist, snobbish and arrogant to say what you've said as if the opinion of another is worthless to you. And since many governments and many states are controlling the people when your constitution says otherwise, it is quite odd. I'll give you that. So to the final, I would say tweet, but there's actually a whole host of tweets. We're going to go to the concept of cancel culture, which has been trending for quite a while on Twitter, but not because of the mass censorship of those who are more conservative, because when it happened to those people, it's not cancel culture. Cancel culture like misandry and racism towards white people does not exist. Which is not true in the slightest. What I started this off with was a retweet of Nish Kumar, because Nish Kumar's TV show has been cancelled, The MASH Report, with him tweeting out an image, Boris Johnson is a liar and a racist. That'll certainly do you some good working for the BBC using buzzwords like that. John Oliver Light. Which is what I tweeted out when I saw this, because he is just a rip-off of John Oliver. Many have said that this is because the BBC is now giving right-wing comedians a regular platform to do their stuff, forgetting that the BBC has been very much left-wing for decades. It's not a case of, oh, we'll let the right have their turn, it's a case of, Mark Davis has to balance this, or he gets done for not being impartial, which the BBC has never been. Also, hashtag defund the BBC. Many have used this to point out that there is now an issue when it comes to cancel culture because they're going after themselves now, those who are more left-leaning. For example, people who have been fired from their job or run out of a job for things they said years ago and they've apologised for, but the apology wasn't good enough. Or the fact that characters have been removed from movies like Space Jam. or they altered so they were no longer, air quotes, sexualized. Paul Joseph Watson did point out that cancel culture isn't when well-paid, privately educated woke comedians are forced to find a new venue to broadcast their humor. Cancel culture is when ordinary people are banned by social media giants, lose their jobs, lose their bank accounts, receive death threats, are subjected to mob harassment, and have their lives turned upside down by invasive media outlets for the crime of expressing an opinion, which angered the woke witch finders. Now yes, some people did point out his double standards. My view is, you shouldn't be deplatforming. But the MASH report, it's not all that it seems. The ratings were trash. That was it pretty much. Interestingly, this led to a comedian called Jim Davidson trending on Twitter, because people think he should return to British screens instead, as a joke because he's considered fairly racist. I would say for the sake of it, a lot of his older comedy does not fit with the current style of comedy. I will agree. He has very open and blunt views on certain groups. I'm not going to be drawn in on whether or not that makes him racist, because I don't care. I just find it fascinating that people are now saying that it's the left being cancelled. But when it happens to those who are rights-leaning, cancel culture doesn't exist. It's hate speech. Okay. As we're done, I want to know what you all think, so please do let me know in the comments down below. As a final thing, I shall be hosting a political recap stream on the Moistonian channel with my co-host Trups LP. We are also on Spotify. Please consider giving us a follow there. It would greatly help us. If I don't see you there, have a fantastic Friday and subsequent weekend, and thank you all for listening.